In this video, we're going to take a look at the plantplaces.com mobile for Android GPS a Plant feature. This feature was significantly improved in version 9 of plantplaces.com mobile for Android. First, you notice there's no more main menu. It comes directly to the search plants by color screen. If you want to go to GPS a Plant, simply click GPS a Plant up in the action bar, and that's going to take us to the GPS a Plant screen. Now, some significant improvements you'll notice here if you use the old version, or if you didn't, then welcome to the new version. First of all, you can search for a plant directly on this screen. Now, this is on an emulator running on my laptop, which is going to be a lot slower than the software will run on your actual phone. But what I'm going to do is I'll start typing something like ABs. And what you'll see, and again, this is very close to real time on your own phone, it will auto-complete. So I'm going to choose AB Silicica, Cilician Fir. Location, same thing happens there. I can type Cincinnati, and you see that it auto-completes to a set of locations that already exist in the plantplaces.com database. But what if your location doesn't exist? What if you are in a location where we haven't GPSed a plant yet? No worries. We'll simply type in Zanesville Botanical Gardens. And if it doesn't exist, it will create this location. And what's neat about that is not only will it create the location, but when you upload the plant, it will automatically create a map as well on plantplaces.com, the full web version. So you'll automatically get an entry right here in the dropdown with your location and the plants that you've GPSed there. So we type in this case, Zanesville Botanical Gardens. I don't know if such thing exists, but nonetheless, it's a good example. And then description, I'll just say demo. Now, a few big features that have happened. If I click on Take Photo, I can take a photo, and again, this is an emulator, so it's going to show us kind of a mock-up of an image. But one nice thing is that we can take multiple images now, and these will upload automatically. If we select the right setting in settings, these photos will upload automatically to plantplaces.com. So I'm going to click on some photos, and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to send in a GPS location. We'll choose something right around Cincinnati, so minus 84.5 degrees longitude, and then 30, we'll say 34.44, that's fine, something like that. And then I'm going to hit send. That's going to come back here, and you see that it updates our latitude and longitude. Here's another improvement. The latitude and the longitude by default will refresh about every 60 seconds. And in case you're wondering, gosh, it hasn't updated in a while, that's entirely possible because the device has to have a clear line of sight to the satellites that are providing the GPS information. Now you'll see there's a GPS age chronometer, and that tells us when the GPS was last updated. So if I change this latitude to maybe 39 and I change the longitude to 82 and I hit send, within the next 60 seconds it's going to update this number and it will reset that GPS age. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hit save on my AB Silicica, and you'll notice when it saves, the entire background of the screen turns green to confirm with us that it has saved. And also the name, the plant name, has gone blank, so we can start typing a new name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a plant. I'm going to say AB's Fultz. It should be a lowercase f, right? Because it is a species, and we'll say a Fultz Fir. And by the way, while I was typing that, did you notice the latitude and longitude updated and the GPS age updated as well? So anyway, I'm typing in here a plant that doesn't exist. You notice it didn't auto-complete because I just made the plant up. It's a brand new plant. Watch what happens now. I'm going to hit tab, and notice that the screen turns black to indicate that this plant has not been saved. Additionally, it's going to take that information that I typed in, and it's going to tell me that we don't have this plant in the database. Would I like to add it? And I'm going to say, well, of course. It is an AB's Fultz, a Fultz fir, and it's an evergreen, and I'm going to choose Save. When I choose Save, that takes me back now to the GPS screen, and notice the screen is still black, which indicates that we've saved the plant, but not this specimen, not this actual plant that we're looking at this specific latitude and longitude. Okay, so I choose Take Photo, and we'll take another photo of this plant. Again, it's going to bring up the emulator and check. And now what it's going to do is it's going to give me an opportunity to save this. And once again, when I hit save, it turns green. And now the Fultz fir is in our database, and it will autocomplete. If I say AB's, it will autocomplete from now on if I start typing in that information. So there we go. That is the GPS of plant screen. Now I want to actually get my plants on plantplaces.com mobile. I'm sorry, on plantplaces.com web. I want to put them on a map just like this. So how do I do that? By default, what will happen is if you have plantplaces.com open, it will automatically synchronize the plants with plantplaces.com website. But it does it at a time that's smart. It waits until your phone is on Wi-Fi, so it's not consuming any of your carrier data. And also your phone is plugged in and charging, so it's not consuming your battery. So leave plantplaces.com open, go on Wi-Fi, plug it into a charger, and the GPS information, the plants, the locations, the pictures will automatically upload. That's the default behavior. And you'll see that behavior by default with auto sync over Wi-Fi checked. You notice right now it's not checked on mine, so you can disable that, as I've done on this machine. You can disable that auto sync, but by default that is checked, which means it's going to synchronize when it knows it's plugged in, so it's not consuming the battery, and when it's on Wi-Fi. Additionally, the images will synchronize automatically unless you choose not to. The images will take up a varying amount of space depending on the resolution of your camera. I've seen it between 2 megabytes to 6 or 7 megabytes, depending on how good the resolution is on the camera. If you want to turn off uploading plant images, simply untick this box. I'll go ahead and leave it checked. Also, the GPS refresh in seconds, that's set to 60 seconds by default. If you find that the GPS is not as timely and accurate as you want, you can certainly lower that number. On the other hand, if you find that it's consuming too much battery, you can certainly raise that number. Also, we have username. If you set up a username, you get an added benefit, and the username is optional. You don't have to fill out a username. But if you set up a username and you come to plantplaces.com, you can come to the tree challenge page, and you can get a sustainability report card. Simply come to this page and put in your username, and it will show you all the plants that you have uploaded. So I will put in a username here, just one moment. Okay. I took that off screen because that's a live username, so I do want to keep that a little bit anonymous. But nonetheless, you can see for this user, which is actually me, for this user, these are all of the plants that the user has uploaded. So see, you can get a record on the web of all of the plants that you've uploaded, quite a few here. I'm going through this a little bit quickly because it's a very long list, but all of the plants that I have uploaded, quite a few. I'm going to scroll all the way down. And in addition to that list, you'll also get on this page, on this sustainability report card, you'll get a map of the plants that you've uploaded. So this is a map of plants, and those two were just some test data, but this is a map of plants that I've uploaded over time. You see quite a few in the Midwest, a couple on the Pacific coast, and then several in Europe as well. So you don't have to enter your username here, but if you do, you get your own personal map of GPS locations of plants that you have uploaded. Passwords not used, don't worry about filling that one out. Okay, so I'm going to go back now, and because I have the auto sync turned off, I have this upload button here. I'm going to go ahead and press the upload button. In the background, it's going to upload my GPS locations and my photos. I can continue to use the Plant Places mobile app. As a matter of fact, if I wish, and we get a confirmation there, upload complete. If I wish, I can go ahead, go to settings, and I can turn that auto sync over Wi-Fi back on. Now I'm going to need to exit my GPS screen, but we'll see something interesting when I do exit the screen, and then I enter the screen again. You see that that upload button is gone. And that's because we don't need it, because the upload is now going to happen automatically. So if that upload button is missing, it's because it's just waiting for the phone to be plugged in charging and on Wi-Fi. Now, all of the interactions that we have on plantplaces.com mobile are real time. So I'm going to go back to plantplaces.com, and I'm going to go, whoops, one second. I'm going to go to the GPS, the Plant GPS screen, and from this drop-down, take a look. I didn't have to do any magic in the background or anything, but from this drop-down, look, Zanesville Botanical Gardens. The one that I just typed in freehand on my phone is automatically created. And now I made up a GPS location here, so it didn't actually go to Zanesville. But if we back up, we'll be able to see, sure enough, roughly the GPS location that I specified. I was going for Cincinnati, but it looks like I ended up closer to northern Atlanta. But nonetheless, you see, we click on this, and sure enough, there's our AB Silicica. Click on the AB Silicica, and it's going to show us all of our pictures and also all of the other pictures that were uploaded. And sure enough, that is the demonstration picture that we took, location Zanesville Botanical Gardens. That's the picture from the emulator. You see, it did not take long at all for this to upload and be live on Plant Places. So, with the plantplaces.com mobile Android app, you can GPS plants, you can add new plants, you can get a web page that shows only your plants as well. Some other things that we'll see is if you hit Show Saved here, which is the same thing as clicking your GPS plants up here. If you click Show Saved, it will give you a list of all of the plants that you have GPSed. And I have been using this to test out some features. You see, I've already GPSed quite a few. But if we go down, a bit, you'll eventually see the AB's Foltz, the brand new plant that I GPSed. And below that, it's off screen a little bit, but you'll see, I'm sorry, it's right up here. You'll see the AB Silicica and the AB's Foltz, the two plants that I GPSed in this session. If I want to filter this list, I can filter and type in AB's and choose search, and that will show me only the AB's that I have GPSed. If I want to see these on a map without going to the full website, I click View on Map, and what it's going to do now is load a Google map within my phone. If I click this button, it will take me right to my current location, if the phone knows where I am. Alternatively, I can zoom in and out, and what we'll see is it will show us points where our plants are located on this map. So I come over here, and you see these are the plants that I GPS. So there's my Foltz fir, my AB's Foltz. If I click over, I can click on some of these others. AB Silicica, I can click on the AB Silicica, and once again, it's going to take me to the plant detail page on plantplaces.com mobile that describes this AB Silicica. So quite a bit that you can do with this free app, quite a bit of GPSing and recording your GPS plants. I do hope that you get a lot of use out of it, and I'm interested in your comments. So if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. Thank you.